Do you still believe in nuclear weapons? Because I don't. I'm at the point where I definitely don't believe in them anymore. They just don't make any sense. And why do I say that? Well, for one thing, because there has never been a point in time where Hiroshima and Nagasaki were not inhabited by people. All right, there's always been people there, people living there. Not to mention, right before Anthony Bourdain wasn't around anymore, he did some filming. And it was interesting because what he found was that the plant life was thriving in areas where they had supposedly, allegedly lit off some nuclear bombs. Not only that, when you start to dig into the stories of the nuclear bombs, the story of the Trinity, the story of the Manhattan Project, which is what the project was called in the first place, and you start to read into the story, you start to see the same old dates and when you see these same old dates, you know that these are fake stories. What dates am I talking about? Well, the summer and winter solstice dates. When you start seeing those dates in stories, it's most likely a fake story. When you start seeing 666 over and over and over again, like when you look into Beethoven and you start doing very basic Pythagorean numerology on his name and his birth dates and all the dates that they give him. They give him a baptized date. You start to realize that it all breaks down into 666. That is how you encode all of the lies. So our history, his story, it is a story. History is written by the victors. Now, you have to figure out what is the true story and what is the fake story, because they have been giving us BS nonsense stories forever, and you have to start picking them out. It's easy to do because once you learn how to decode, you apply those methods to all of the stories, and then you start seeing dates that repeat over and over and over again. You start seeing numbers that repeat over and over and over again, like the number 191. 911. You start to see that a lot. Lots of events, lots of things are encoded in the number 911, 191, 119. And I know you know what I'm talking about. So, but that's not the only thing that's been given that number, that identity number. 119 or 911. That's not the only thing. There's been so many events and so many stories tied to that number. It's almost incredible at this point. So if you want to learn how to decode, start looking into stories, start checking out dates, start learning Pythagorean numerology, very basic. It's 1 through 9. A is 1, B is 2, C is 3, D is 4, up to the 9th letter, and then you start again at 1, and you finish the alphabet all the way up through. So like F, O, X, those are all 6s. So when you see the word fox, the name fox, those 3 letters, those are 6s in Pythagorean numerology. So you can use that. You can also use gematria, which is Jewish numerology. Very old Hebrew numerology, and that you can find that online. Just look for a gematria calculator and type in the word that you're looking up, and you'll get a series of words that relate to that word based on the number significance in the numerology. So you can really debunk things and start to figure out the truth. But again, this is obviously satire and for entertainment only. And I love you all.